The Samsung Galaxy TriFold is official. Yes, it just got announced. Not available in the US yet, but stay tuned. It's coming to the US. There was a lot of speculation on whether this new TriFold phone was going to come here. Good news is Samsung said it is. That has been confirmed. It'll be early next year. So my guess, probably whenever we get the new S26 series phones. But before we get too far into this, I just have to ask one question. Who asked for this? Yeah, who asked for the trifold phone with the three screens, three different partitions? Anyway, I don't really mean who asked for it. I'm just kind of being facetious. We had that whenever this phone came out, if you remember it, the Samsung Galaxy S25 Edge. MKBHD and Mr. Who's the Boss, and a bunch of other people started this battle cry of who asked for this? Like, why do we need this? Who thought we needed this? Nobody asked for this, blah, blah, blah. I was listening to that and fighting people in the comments for the longest time. I'm all about it. Do I necessarily want one for my personal use? I don't know. But I am glad that it exists. And you're like, well, why are you glad that it exists? Because we like choices. We like options. And I like the idea that you could get something basically this size, but it folds up to something like this inside of your pocket. So it has a 10-inch screen. This is the Samsung Galaxy Tab S10 FE, and is a 10.9-inch screen. But basically, so what we have is, ironically enough, the front screen, from what I was seeing, the dimensions, it's exactly the same as this guy, the Z Fold 7, and then you unfold it, and then you get another partition which you can unfold. So basically, it looks kind of like this. Like if you were to take another screen partition and put it on there, it comes out to 10 inches. This is the S25 Edge right next to my Z Fold 7. So I guess that's about kind of what it would look like. And it's neat because you basically have a full-size tablet in your pocket instead of a kind of a mini tablet. This is perfect for me. I love the dimension on this. The 8-inch screen easily fits in my pocket, easy to use one-handed. You can see I can hold this one-handed. You're going to have to go hands-on and use two hands with the new TriFold. And it's funny to me that we got the name TriFold. I would think with something this amazing, this fantastic, this technologically advanced, they would give it a cool name. Like, I guess Triforce was already taken by Zelda and the guys over at Nintendo. That would have been kind of cool, though. But TriFold, I thought that was just a working title. I thought that was, okay, we're just calling it that in the industry because it is what it is, a trifold phone instead of a bifold phone. So I thought maybe we would get a different name, but they didn't actually name it. It's just called the TriFold. So there you have it, the Samsung Galaxy TriFold. So it will be here in the US. Before I talk too much about it, pricing. They have not officially announced the price. Of course, it's going to be available. It's going to Korea first. And if you've been living under a rock and you don't know this, Samsung is based in South Korea, a South Korean company. It makes sense they would get the phone first. And they've done this like with the special edition Fold that we got last year. It launched there first and also China. So it is going to be limited production. Stuff I was reading initially about kind of production rumors and stuff. Maybe they might make 200,000 off the bat and see how it's received. I do have concerns about how it's going to be received, but here in the United States, if you do the conversion on the South Korean pricing, about $2,500 US. So I think that's what we'll probably see it as, $24.99, $25.99. I think that's fair, but just as we do when we look at the cost versus benefit analysis with the Fold, because you can get, for the price of the Fold, a tablet and like an S25 Ultra. Like right now, you could get an S25 Ultra and a Tab S11 Ultra basically for the same price as a Z Fold 7. So you can get more than that if you look at it from the TriFold perspective. Let's say it comes out at $2,500. You could buy a Tab S11 Ultra, which those have been on sale for $999. You could also get an S25 Ultra, which as of the Cyber Monday pricing yesterday was available for $850. So that takes us to $1,850. You could also throw in the Galaxy Buds 3 Pro. You could also throw in a Galaxy Watch 8 Classic, all for the same price. You could get the entire ecosphere for the price of this one device. Or you could get a Galaxy Book 5 Pro, which has a touchscreen, 3K resolution, and you could get a S25 Ultra. So, like, there's a lot of different things you could get other than just having a phone that unfolds twice and has a 10-inch screen that goes in your pocket. Now, again, I talked about this at the beginning of the video. Who asked for this? Well, I'm glad that it exists because I like choices. I like options. I like that I have a phone that can do this, that also does this. I think that's fantastic. I still think it's magical. It's still crazy to me. And this is basically smaller than the S25 Ultra and lighter, but it fits in my pocket and it turns to an 8-inch tablet. I like that. That makes me happy. I like having that option, but I also like having something like this. I really enjoy the S25 Edge. Ended up being one of my favorite phones this year, despite my initial hesitations about it. And I like phones like this, the iPhone Air. Yes, I know it's overpriced. Yes, I know you can get better stuff than what the price of it cost. And for $1,000, it should have a bigger battery. It should have a vapor chamber. It should have more than one camera. It should have more than one speaker. But I've really enjoyed using it. I like the option. I like the choice. But then there's also like the S25 Ultra with the stylus. There are so many choices. So I like more choices. More choices is better. Mo happy is better. Like, it's good to have these options. Now, again, if we take a look at what we heard from the initial rumors of 200,000 units, that means not a lot of people are going to buy them, but it's enough that it's economically feasible for Samsung to make it. So I like this. People will buy them. People will get them, and people will probably be happy with them. So under the hood, it's got a Snapdragon 8 Elite processor, and some folks, I can tell you right now, I'm going to get this in the comments, why doesn't it have the Snapdragon 8 Elite Generation 5? This phone has probably been in development for like a year. So it's going to use the previous chip. Now, here's the other thing. We know that it's difficult to deal with the Snapdragon 8 Elite Generation 5 with the heat. It's so powerful, generates a lot of heat. So with this first one, they probably figured, okay, the 8 Elite, very good processor, very powerful. We've been working with this for a while. We've got it tuned. We've got it in other devices. It's safe. We're not going to have issues with it. We don't have to worry about it. So they can go ahead and throw that Snapdragon 8 Elite for Samsung chipset in there. 16 gigs of RAM, 10-inch screen, all that great stuff. And I don't know, remember how much storage it has. I think it's 256. Let me double check. 222 memory. No, 512. That makes sense. So, yeah, I would be kind of pissed if it had 256 for like $2,500 because when you think about it, $2,500 plus tax is expensive. So let me fire up the calculator here because I don't do math in public. So let's say it's going to be $2,500. So $2,500. Let's factor in 8.25% sales tax. That's what I deal with here in Texas. So times 1.0825, $2,706 after taxes, roughly. And this is an estimate based off of the Korean pricing translated over to the US dollar. So yeah, that's expensive. IP48, 45-watt charging, 5,600 milliamp battery. It's got the 200 megapixel camera. It's gonna be good. It's just this whole form factor is the selling point, and it seems maybe kind of soon. But at the same time, you have to think this is the 7th version. This is the 7th iteration of the Z Fold. So Samsung, I guess, wants to stay on top of things, keep innovating, and keep making new products for people to fall in love with. Now, we've got Huawei. They've got, I think it's the Mate XT. They've had their TriFold out. It came out last year. So Samsung is not first, but this will be the first kind of more globally present one. It'll be the first one in the United States. And I'm interested to see how it does. And I think Samsung's done it well enough to where they've limited kind of their liability. Like, they're not mass producing 10 million of these things, and then they'll sit on store shelves and get fire sold and all that great stuff. We'll see how it's received. There's going to be a very select small group of people that buy this, but it will be, I mean, it's definitely a status symbol. Like, people will see this and know you spend a lot of money on it. And I think it'll be worth it if you're interested in one. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at. We're at $2,000 now for the Z Fold 7. It makes sense that this is probably going to be a little bit more expensive. But I was thinking it was probably going to be more around $3,000. So if it comes in at $2,500, I mean, that's cheaper than my expectations, but of course still expensive. But anyway, so it's here. It's not available in the United States yet. South Korea first, US first quarter next year. Again, that should coincide with the release of the S26. They are having one big launch event. Might as well have the big fanfare and roll out the red carpet for the TriFold as well. But let me know what you think. Is this something you're interested in? Or even if you wouldn't buy one, do you still think that it's cool? Do you like to see that Samsung is doing something different, something new? Tell me what you think. Like, or is this one of those things where it's like, who asked for this, and you don't think that it should exist? I don't know. We'll talk about it in the comment section. I wanted to make a video about it because it's cool. It's the latest thing. It's exciting. I like new things. I like shiny new objects. Hopefully, I can get my hands on one at some point. I'm sure probably when I go to the Samsung event for the S26. Granted, I'm invited again. I will probably get my hands on it there, and of course, if I do, I'll make a video. But yeah, super exciting stuff. It's here, and we'll learn more about it as time goes on. But that's all I got. If you have any questions, comments, gripes, concerns, complaints, all that stuff, please, of course, go to the comment section. I'll do my best to get back with you. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys next time.